Welcome traders, welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you. NFP week, as we can see, the market is in fact, this is a massive drop on many of the instrument. Gold, we have seen there was a breakdown. Let's first look at what's happening in the market. So looking at the moment, what we can see, first of all, I was a little delayed, but back on track. I would like to see that all of the members are here so we can begin the analysis. Now, all right, so hello guys. Let me see that everyone has been on the same page. Thank you for joining the live session. Zamir, where are you? I'm here. Thank you. Where is the market? Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome. GJ, ready for the big one? Which one you are looking at? We had XAUSD trade early today. As you can see, this instrument also posted 2-3 analysis. This instrument currently trending, and there was a massive drop here. And with that drop, if we look at here, you can see that there was a again there was a break to the upside. Now, looking at first of all daily chart, this one we had just had a 95 pip profit taken, and so what we can see here in this instrument, this is the daily chart in this gold, and with that daily price action, the market has dropped well below this from this daily support level. This is a complete break of daily support, and after this break of support, the market has penetrated well below this level. Now, there are two probable scenarios at the moment we can face. Is one is to complete an inverted head and shoulder and then to trend back up. The other is with this liquidity grab continue to drop. So which one is likely to play out? That's what we are looking here in this live session. And once we see that the market has given that opportunity to enter into the trade, we will be looking at that. So coming up in just a matter of an hour, very important news. ISM manufacturing PMI, while we saw that unemployment claims has been published, where we saw there was a red figure, so all of them coming a little the other side of the DXY. So, and as unemployment is the last news today before NFP, and that's the starting potentially a bigger move coming up in the market. So before we look at this is the 4-hour chart. As you can see, there was a starting from here with this false breakout. We see there is a breakout structure, and now this current candle here made a bounce. Now it's trying to break below here. So if this market not being able to bounce back up, we might see a breakup structure here, and that's what we need to look at. If we see a sudden drop, in that case even it could be a potentially bigger drop to the any of the support level. So depending on how the price action is showing up. So on XAUSD, in that one here, along with I see some other instrument, dollar yen is showing also move here on dollar yen. And if we look at the dollar yen here, we can see this is the lower time frame. This is the 30 minutes, a bullish candle on dollar yen and bullish engulfer after retest of this support here. This is also important price action on dollar yen. We see from here there was a big bounce on dollar yen. If we look at the daily, this is a potentially a potential change of trend even on dollar yen. So if we look at here, you can see this is the 30 minutes as well. So we will be looking for dollar yen, and we can also, in addition to look at euro dollar, where you see there is a strong manipulation, Gbpusd, both of that, and also the Gbpjpy. Gbpjpy is in a significant trend here. So if we look at here GJ, it is a big bull trend. So along with dollar yen and Gbpjpy and along with XAUSD, we will be looking at dollar yen and Gbpjpy. So I will be especially looking at dollar yen because this market had a very fresh a breakout, which I would say that, and because it's a new breakout and JPY early was pretty volatile, we might see that increased move in this market. So along with the GJ, and we can see this is the 30 minutes, this is the 1 hour bullish pin bar, along with the 30 minutes a big bullish pin bar, and this market may continue to rise here. If we look at you can see this is the 15 minutes as well. So if we see the market has dropped well below, we might be using a pending order for any kind of entry to the upside to catch some peep here on dollar yen. So we will keep that on watch list while we are looking at XAUSD from the multi-time frame approach, how it might be doing here. So you can see there is a head and shoulder here on XAUUSD. That could be that the market to this is a very strong bounce on XAUSD, and it easily can come back here to the support level on gold, as this market is, as we mentioned, it's a bull market, and in that bull market the market may easily can drop back down here. So what's your view on that? You can share your thought and opinion here. So let's look at overall what the community the view, and let's look at Johnny, welcome from Greece, welcome back to the live session. So before I progress further, guys, I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up. I would like to see that it's going up to 20 or 30. Definitely will be encouraging here for this live session. Now here, this head and shoulder could be a possible change in this local uptrend to a local downtrend. Let's look at All right, so here is what we can see. There is a head and shoulder. Now with that on dollar yen while we're looking at this market to see what's happening with gold, why this head and shoulder formation. Let's look at if we can potentially see that the drop here, or now here is so far $105p if we look at, and from the 1 hour just looking to see that if this market is having a downtrend here. Okay, so we see that there is a head and shoulder. If you look at here, you can see this is the head, right shoulder and the left shoulder, but that head and shoulder is only may not be enough for confirmation, which could be because it's a downtrend, but at the same time we need to see that it's trending back here. So if the market breaking from that head and shoulder, if we look at here in that area, so this is the I'm still not placing, just looking to see if it is worth taking. Five minutes, if we look at, this is the level where there is a liquidity in that area. Now here what we can see, so this is where the market is forming series of lower high in that area, and with that series of lower high, what you can see, the price is breaking from the structure here. It's in a downtrend on XAUSD. Now in this downtrend, the price may continue to drop to the liquidity zone. If we look at the 1 hour here, and especially the 4 hour, there is a doji formation potentially here, and so placing a sell stop here at 3220.61, 3220.61, sell stop at 3233.40, and if the market breaks below, and TP at 3207.78. So we're placing a stop, sell stop here with a tight positioning. Place the sell stop here on XAUSD for possibility to trend back down. If it started to trend down here, we will be on the trade. If it breaks below, then here we will be entering into the trade here. There is a doji from the 15 minutes. Now, if the market changes trend, we might see an immediate bounce and then return back to the upside. So if this price breaks below, we are on the trade to see we also looking to see the dollar yen here on 15 minutes. This market is possibly to this is the 1 hour. There is a sharp bounce, and we will be placing a pending order later in this market as well. First we'll see that how this candle is closing. While XAUSD, currently we place the pending order here because as you can see there is a bounce here. Now if this market getting a rejection from here, breaking below, then highly likely that we could see the trend in that direction, because this move is a bullish impulse. Now if this bullish impulse is a false breakout, then the market to trend in that direction. That's why we place the pending order in that area here. I hope that guys you are enjoying the live session. If you are enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. So we see that here, if it is creating a head and shoulder and then coming down, then we are on the trade here. Let's wait to see where the price potentially be heading to. Waiting for a possible break. If it bounce, at the moment it's in a very strong uptrend, so I will be a little bit patient here for any bullish trade, though which we could possibly see a bullish move because the market on the daily below the daily 20 EMA, but I will be patient here as is this market, if it reverse, then it will show with a clear uptrending directional bias. But as you know, there is a saying that Rome is not built in one day, trend also not built in one day. So a trend, this is a very sharp downtrend, and this kind of trend is not easy to change easily, but we will see that what's happening in that trend, actually what the market is trying to do here in that area. On XAUSD, we place the pending order below this level. If it shows that directional bias, then we are on the trade. On XAUSD here, we can see the market in this area. There is a possible inverted head and shoulder as we discussed, and it may trend in that direction. On the other hand, we can see the market here, if it breaks below here, then with this liquidity graph we might see the market to trend back down in that direction. Why do we can see the dollar yen here possibly to continue to the upside. Where's the XAUSD here? Okay, so 1 minute looking at, while dollar yen lower time frame and the higher time frame together, if we combine, dollar yen is in a bullish trend and would like to place an order on dollar yen as well. Are you guys ready for a trade pending order on dollar yen, as dollar yen is where the market might be showing a possible movement here? So showing both of this trade here. So in dollar yen, if we look at, we will be placing along with XAUSD dollar yen as well with 64 pip stop loss, little wider. So if your account is small, definitely you need to think of here we'll be placing a buy stop on dollar yen, and will be, this one is a long holding trade. So if the market goes up, we might be holding it even if we are not on live session. We'll be placing a buy stop at 144.80. So $144.80 yen, stop loss at 144.117, and TP target at 146.886. So you can see that coming down on XAUSD. So our pending order is here in on gold, and we can see that here in this area, what we can see, the market to potentially break. Now you can see as if the market breaks this low here, we will be on the trade. In that case, as we discussed, if this is a false breakout, then we can expect for the market to trend in that direction. And we'll be waiting for that. We are almost there, and we are almost there for possible entry in this market. I'll give a shout out if I am on the trade in both trade. Looking at here, and you can see it, as expected, it has completely broken the structure here. After this move, it dropped back down here, so which is a potential for a drop. So we are still not on the trade. Once we see that break below here, that's why we will be on the trade, and let's wait to see what kind of a structure it is potentially preparing here. Now the key to keep in mind is that once the price will be able to break that low, we may see that potential trend continuation, but still it can continue to rise to the upside, and that is why we place the pending order below this swing low here, so that once we see the market has broken that low, only in that situation we are expecting this market to trend back down. I hope that you guys enjoying, and yeah, absolutely appreciate your support to the channel here. And yeah, we are this is a trading week. That's where we see the market really moves, and which is essential to know that the market is moving accordingly. And when the market moves, this is where there is a season in trading, as you know, that we always talk about. Every week you may not find very good trading opportunity, right? And sometime it is good idea is to wait for the market to show its hand, and especially when the market had a trend, that is where you'll see the price to give us the better entry. So finding a trending market is essential, right? Is that when you see a market trending, that's where you can find better opportunity. And how do you know that a market is trending? This is sometimes difficult, especially in the beginning for the retail trader. Retail trader is mostly trade against the trend. Okay, so this is more often this happened to me as well when I began my trading. So it is good idea always to wait for the market to start to trend. So how do you identify in fact a trending market, right? So it's sometimes difficult task, but when you look at the market is showing a clean market structure, the stronger the break, the stronger the momentum, the higher the probability for you to enter into the trade. So how do you find also a stronger momentum? I ask questions, right? This is what essential, because when you ask question, according to this, there is a big research paper that I studied previously about trading psychology. Okay, so what kind of traders become better in trading? Who has high level of intellectual curiosity? So how do you determine an intellectual curiosity? Is from questioning. Okay, so when you ask questions, that means you are curious, and that is a sign of future. So do you think that you are a curious trader? So if you are curious, if you think that you have a high level of intellectual curiosity, that means you are set for becoming a successful trader, and you have to believe in it, right? Do you think that you are a successful trader? Hello coach, everyone, welcome. Are you in $yen? No, we placed the pending order at 144.80. It's a buy stop, just letting you know, guys. This is still valid. Buy stop on $yen at 144.80. Also XAUSD as well, the sell stop. So on XAUSD, sell stop, and on gold, on $yen, buy stop. Welcome, thank you. Gold is pulling back on 15 minutes. Will be ready for entry possibly around 9:45. Also, it's important that also you guys, when you think that it will drop or will go up, you need to find a reason. Okay, reason for that saying. There is a very common psychological mistakes when traders trade is called the confirmation bias, which is very subtle, but if you can spot that confirmation bias, then you can find that where traders or even you making mistakes in terms of trading psychology. So what is confirmation bias? Confirmation bias, when you wake up from your in the morning and you don't know anything what's happening around the world, you are very fresh, blank mind, you looked at the chart and you thought that, okay, according to the analysis, according to how the chart is showing me, I see that it's a bull market. All right, so you decided to press the buy button, and before you that you just open up any of the social media or anything, or maybe you just looked at my analysis or anyone's analysis and you saw that it's actually someone said in the news or somewhere that this market will be bearish. And as soon as you hear the news or that opinion, you start to doubt yourself and you start to see all the reason why this market will be bearish. That is called the confirmation bias. So you forget your opinion, instead you started to wonder why it should be bearish. And that's a very common psychological mistake. That's why when you see that pulling back, if you think that it will drop or it will bounce, you need to ask that over and over and over again why you think so that you have the right information before you open your position. That's why I say that I look at always in the chart from the beginner mindset. Okay, so beginner mindset, that you open the chart, you started to open position, and you look at always the chart from a very fresh perspective, which is called the beginner mindset. So when you look at the beginner mindset, you started to see that every time as a new fresh chart, because in fact the market is constantly evolving, changing, and here we can see that there is a possible drop here, and that's why we want to see the market to break below and then to start to drop here. Okay, so as soon as I will get an entry, I will give a shout out. We see that there is a downside here on XAUSD, though I'm running already previous trade as well. Okay, this is possibly coming down here, still not in the trade. We can see from here started to break below and expecting that the market to potentially come down and then fill that week. Okay, so here dollar yen, we have seen that we placed that pending order expecting it to return, and XAUSD still you can see it's a subtle manipulation here and they started to bounce here. We'll see that where it is heading to. This might be possible for a moving back up again. I hope you guys are enjoying the live session. If you're enjoying, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Okay, so it's forming a structure. This is a complex structure, and if this structure breaking below, that's where we could see the market to give us that trade here. On dollar yen as well, it's potentially gaining momentum, and I think dollar yen expecting to break above in this area. Welcome guys, welcome, thanks for joining the live session. All right, so here is this is a trend line. Now this market, if you look at here, it's a very complex structure, and with that complex structure we might see the market, if it is breaking above, then we might see that some upside momentum here. From this doji level, it's carrying an it came well below here. Now you see the market is having a high volatility is always good idea. It's a good market to trade when we see the market had a high volatility, and with that high volatile market, if you look at here, you can see this is a liquidity gap, and then the market potentially to to potentially break below here, which is an important support level, and this is a significant level of support. If you look at here, you can see this is an important support, and if this support is breaking below, we might see the market to potentially trend back to the upside here. We will see that trend back downside if the support is breaking, because it grabbed now liquidity from the top. Still placing that pending order. I would like to see how many traders here placed the pending order with me. Thank you very much. Hello coach, I was profitable trader 3-4 months and I am unprofitable now 2 to 3 months. What should I do now? I am following my plan. Okay, so we got a tree. My trade is still not triggered, still not yet. I think we need a little bit downside. My price at 2 to 0.61. Okay, I got it. So good. Yeah, so the trade is active. The trade is active now, and so we are looking forward to see the market breaking below. We are on the trade on XAUSD. The candle closed below. So here we have a bit ambitious target to almost 140 pip. If the market breaking below, you will be on the trade, and I will be giving you a shout out as soon as you will see the market. I'm doing anything with my trade. So would like to see there is a doji formation here, which is a narrower candlestick pattern. $15 minutes. this market, we would like to see that the price to potentially a break. Now is it creating false breakout here again? So in this area, that's where now if we see too much false breakdown, that means multiple times, we may see that the market to potentially change the trend here. This is a smaller range market. So you place the pending order here on buy stop on dollar yen, and XAUSD, what we see that the market may change the trend here. Okay, gold may have started to bounce. There is a sharp rejection from this support level, and so this is a very sharp rejection from here. If we look at the daily, from the daily support, a big bounce. Now before the 4-hour candle closed, this 15 minutes candle that is closing, which is a very strong bullish candle. What I will be doing here, guys, I will be hedging this trade. So the trade that we are running, we will be hedging that position, because if the market going up, instead of taking that, we will be hedging this position. That means we will be opening possible, still will be waiting for a pending order here for that move. And if the market, this move here is a strong bullish move, then above this level, above this high, we'll be placing a buy stop. If if you look at the 15 minutes, with if the market goes up, then we will be with a buy stop, and if we get the stop loss, but we see there is a rejection at the moment, and with this rejection, if we look at, it neared our stop, but it's returned back now. So the trade that to readjust here, entry, it's forming a doji. Now we can see there is a rejection just from the top. Anyone has an update with that? Thank you. Yeah, you can see there is a doji here in that area. So with this long wick, it started to drop again, and depending on your spread, some, if your spread is good enough, it should be holding it. We see the market started to break below again from that level. It just was a manipulation here. Are you on the trade? How many members here on the trade? Can you say on the position is still pending right now? Depending on, as I mentioned, depending on your, I had an entry. If your spread is wide enough or small, okay, so we got a trigger on dollar yen running in. So we had a trade on dollar yen, which will be running, will be holding it. A buy stop triggered on dollar yen, and it may continue to rise here, so we will be holding it. While XAUSD, this market might go for a consolidation as coming up news. So with that news, would like to this position on gold. Let's see before the news we will be running, or we will be so okay, so gold, you can see it's at entry now. So my position, I'm going to exit on gold, and we will be re-entering, which is running currently in profit, while dollar yen we will be running it. So I'm exiting because with the news we don't want to see the spike up, and then once we see that it has restructured, we will be re-entering. So we are out with XAU USD, and then we will be re-entering once we see that the market has shown that possibility. Anyone has got an update with this trade? And short, thank you. Yes, I have sell from, okay, doesn't close. Yeah, depending on, as I mentioned, it depends on your spread, because it just reached that level. Okay, it's now, you can see that breaking below. Now with the news, it may, if it wants to trend back down, we may see that continuation. And as I mentioned, the news will change the complete directional completely the directional bias. So if we see that the market has shown the direction clearly, as we still have 10 minutes to go, if it is, you can see this is quite a few long wick here coming to the support, getting rejection. So it can be a reversal or it can be a trend continuation, depending on how the price closing here will determine. In fact, we'll see that. Patience is key. We will be patient here for 10 minutes to go for the news to come up, and then the trend is always in the driver's side. That's the trading is. So trend is always in the driver's side. So the trend here is still down. Still we can see drop, but the reversal is a possibility with the liquidity gap. And that is why on dollar yen we are bullish, is because of the trend. So you can see here locally it's in an uptrend. On dollar yen you can see there was a big move, pullback, and the market is showing that trend. And anytime you could see that spike and liquidity gap, which is a part of this trading always, but depending on what kind of price action coming up with the news. Do you think that I'm still in? Yep. Welcome. As the market this support is very unusual, that I see there is a dynamic support. That means it's dropping and then bouncing, dropping, and then bouncing. So now if the market started to break below here, we may see that the market to remain in the direction of the trend. Now as the data coming is, this is a so we see the market is forming this structure here in that area, and so it grab liquidity here and then drop back down, and again here is the liquidity grab. So we have possibility for an upside, but still as we discussed, guys, the key here is to wait for the final confirmation before we look for anything can happen in any direction, as the data can change all the statistics, because here is a long wick doji. Now depending on which way the smart money trying to move the market, this doji is two edge directional. There is a liquidity at the top and also here as well, so it can be a bullish doji, it can be a bearish doji. And with the spike we'll tell exactly what it is going to do. We have 5 minutes to go for the news to come up, and there's another doji. What is the most high impact news for gold? Could you please explain us briefly? Okay, so the most high impact news for gold, which is basically all the dollar news, okay, ADP non-farm employment change, non-farm payroll is the most high impact news for dollar. Okay, so for gold, all the news that impact dollar, and also any kind of geopolitical news also impact highly on gold, because of its gold is safe haven. It's considered a safe haven, and because when there is a crisis around the world, gold price surge is because of the safe investment. So any kind of economic, any kind of geopolitical or any kind of news that impact dollar also impact gold as well. So is this the market trying to move up? We have 2 minutes for the news to go. The possibility here for we are looking to see we have 1 minute to go for the news to come up, and let's wait to see where I think the spike could be in any direction. Okay, so the spike has come back down here, and dollar yen started to move back up in the direction of our trade. So both of them will be holding it for possible downside. Now XAUSD had a significant break below. If we look at the 4 hour here, we can see the market with the 4 hour close start to break below here. Dollar yen is moving up. We will be holding dollar yen. Now on gold, if you guys running gold, darling dollar yen, you can let us know. So here on what's happening with gold, let's see. Dollar yen may continue to rise, so I'm holding on dollar yen while gold is now with gold, this is a bearish breakdown here, and with this bearish move, one minute chart, it grabbed liquidity many times on gold here. So if it is trending in this direction, here we can expect it to move. But dollar yen is showing a possible upside, so I'm holding on to that. And if you guys are with that on dollar yen trade, so well done, sir. Virtual, thank you. So with the data, so this is the first news after quite a few of them. DXY came to be positive, so dollar came to be positive, and that has given some optimism on gold. So that means that it was in a downtrend. So with the strengthening on DXY, started to move in its own direction. The trend here is bearish on gold. On dollar yen is bullish. You guys with me? Now we see the dollar yen candle closed, and on gold here depending on how the price action is creating on gold, so if gold reverse, which is I think is still less likely, so if we look at the 15 minutes here, this is a from here after multiple liquidity, it is forming a possible bearish structure. Dollar yen is moving in the major direction, while yeah, so gold 5 minutes closed. There is a long wick at the bottom, and it is possible for the price to come here to fill that long wick in that direction. It's a very interesting price action is being formed. So we are running dollar yen trade. XAUSD we closed, and which is currently here it is consolidating. Now it can be in any direction at the moment on gold. has a very high volatility, which is one way good to see that high volatile, because when the volatility is high, the market moves a lot. So the structure here is just trying to figure out at the moment. If we look at the direction on gold here, absolutely you manage. What dollar yen is doing here is it's moving to the major direction. So gold is very unpredictable at the moment, so that is why waiting to see to show a potential direction. It's moving up, coming down, and this is on gold is possibly to I think it might be preparing for it's on a crucial level. This is the 15 minutes. You can see yeah, it may be preparing for a potential so if this candle closing as a bullish, we might see that potential change. Now if you look at the daily here, you can see the market. Let's delete that one here, delete all those lines. Now if we look at freshly on the daily chart, this is a daily price action on XAUSD. From this support getting multiple reaction, and with that multiple reaction, it may easily can continue with an uptrend. Still, I would say that we need to wait to see. For our entry here is now once it had a complete change of trend, okay, possibly to see a directional change. back to back. This is the 30 minutes candle, 15 minutes is closing in 2 minutes. Candle close is important because if the 15 minutes closing as a bull candle, as a green healthy body bullish candle, it is possible for the market to keep pushing back to the upside. We can see there is a multiple times the price manipulated in that area, which might lead that price to going back to the upside in the major direction of the trend. So looking at 30 minutes and the 15 minutes, a doji. Okay, so again the market has manipulated here, and with this doji dollar yen is moving up. We are on this trade on 23 pip, still no trade on XAUSD. Now if gold, as you can see, it respected this resistance and had a break below. So depending on now how the market potentially breaking below, there's a doji, still can see possible break below. So dollar yen is moving in the direction, while gold is now, if the gold started to break, it completely can break down in that direction here, and that is why looking at the 1 minute chart, because it manipulated many times, it has a momentum at the moment. So dollar yen has formed a doji here, and with this doji on the lower time frame, we still can expect to remain bullish, holding on to that, while gold has big drop. (15 minutes). So there is no directional bias on gold here. We can see that it's just moving in a random sideway. Now gold had a huge consolidation and that consolidation is, you can see, creating a series of lower high, easily can give a drive in that direction for possible break of support. Dollar yen waiting for another flight to the upside with on dollar yen, and with gold here. Looking at gold here, what do you see? That there is a long week candlestick pattern, and on dollar yen is moving. We would like to see that it's heading. Okay, so here there's a possibility for this is a very narrow consolidation on gold, and while dollar yen is showing its directional bias, so gold may be moving sideways in that area, and the 30 minutes and the 15 minutes chart here. letting the dollar yen trade running. Gold not in a very good trending direction, so we will be looking to hold it for any trade yet. Dollar yen may spike to the upside. It's a new uptrend. We are on this running on 30 pip. Anyone here with me running dollar yen trade in this live session? 5 minutes broke support using dollar yen running. Okay, so anyone here running dollar yen, you can say yes in the live chat if you're running dollar yen, while gold is not in a very good trending direction, so we'll be still waiting to see a breakout. So if you look at dollar yen, you can see it's just trending nicely. That's what we need, this kind of trend. While this is where it's a fully choppy, and because it's on the daily support level, the market, you can see it's on the daily support, so it is struggling the sellers to sell this market because the market on the daily support. And with that one, if this market reverse on gold, it may completely reverse, because this is the daily support. So we look at the 30 minutes here with a doji. There's a 30 minutes doji. Okay, so if this market pick up here on the daily on gold from this level, we may see a complete bounce because of the daily 20 EMA, the market on the daily 20 EMA. So we'll see that what kind of price action it is actually forming. It is possible to have a change of trend, but at the same time we'll be waiting to see a clear move and then we can look for entry. So this is a, if you look at here, this is the 5-minute chart. This music was a little louder. We can look for entry once we see if the market reverse from here on gold. While we are successfully running dollar yen trade, we'll keep running it. Now on gold, I'm going to place buy stop above this high, placing stop loss below this low, and we'll be targeting a little longer. If the market bounce, in that case we might see the price to go back to the daily resistance line. So like placing a buy stop on XAUSD in this level at 3228. If it drop, then we are not. So TP at 3256. Placing a buy stop, and if you guys look at it, you can see if the market getting rejected from here, now it still can come back down, but if it bounce, then we might see that possible trend continuation to the upside while we are seeing the dollar yen trade moving. So place the buy stop here on gold. And in the meantime, guys, if you want to access all the education that I'm posting every day, don't hesitate to join the Telegram channel. You can find link below this video for updated education as well as analysis that I'm posting. Many of the trade ideas also I share in the Telegram group. Now here is what we can see, long wick candle, and we are expecting a change of trend if it bounce, and if the market changes trend, then direct move back to the daily resistance line is possible, because this market is overextended downside. If we change the trend, then we might see the price suddenly moving back here to that level, so which is quite big move if it does. So dollar yen is holding, which is moving. Welcome. So place the buy stop on gold, with the expectation that the market to break upside, then we could see that potential trend continuation. Two trades, one running, the other one is pending order. Getting into the trade. Yes, we are on the trade on gold. Gold running active, and dollar yen is bullish, and on XAUSD also potentially be bullish. Expecting, we are on the trade now. You have ride the trend to see possible upside bounce on XAUUSD. Holding on to the bigger profit is the key. A bigger target. The reason is if it changed the trend as expected, it might have very sharp rejection or bounce back to the daily resistance line. So here we have more than 3.5 times profit target on that, and I would like to hold it. I would like to say yes in the live chat if you are running this trade on gold. Thank you. Yes, welcome. TP target on dollar yen at 146.89. And if you guys are running this trade with me on gold, say yes in the live chat. With risk management, if you are not doing the risk management, not expected to open. Okay, so welcome. So with definitely with proper risk management, and absolutely. And as usual, you know that we in this live session, one lucky member can join the academy from this giveaway. At the end of the session also there will be one mentorship program that you guys can win from this live session. To join the academy, to become lifetime members in this academy. So make sure you stick till the end to join into the competition for the giveaway, while looking at dollar, yen and gold is to move back to the upside. Now, whenever we see the long week candle, that means that buyers in the market. Okay, here is series of higher low. All right, so we are on the trade waiting for a possible so far showing bullish on XAUSD as well as on dollar yen. We'll be looking to see that the market to potentially to trend. Unless it's manipulating here. This is a critical level that the market is in. I think there is some bullish order flow potentially trying to come here, and okay, so we see a breakup structure which is healthy in a trending market. So if this breakup structure is that market again going back up, that is a high probability that the market keep pushing up in that case. So if this breakup structure is breaking below, that's a might say different situation, but so far we'll see that how much it might be breaking, because trend continuation, we would like to see a complete trend continuation if it wants to trend. Dollar yen is still moving in the upside, which is in the direction of the trend. Now looking at gold. So dollar yen we are running in XAU USD from this resistance line. If we look at the 1 hour, also getting a reaction. So it might be a false breakout here. If it is a false breakout, then we may see a rejection. So here with a bearish engulfer, 30 minutes candle, we can see after reaching that high, getting the rejection. So it may have done false breakout. So we see that it started to break again below in the direction. So it's possibly a false breakout. We'll be waiting to see while we're running the dollar yen on gold, where There's a 10 and 20 EMA crossover. So looking at going back here on the lower time frame, so now you have to keep the winner running on dollar yen while gold just has breakdown. This is a complete false breakdown. If you look at it, you can see there was a trend and then return back. So from this structure it made this false breakout and return back. So this is what we might see the market to potentially remain in a sideways at the moment. You can see that it just reached that level, has got rejection, so it possibly to remain in the sideways in this market. So it just could remain choppy in that area, and with the choppy market the best way is to wait for a complete trend. While we can see on gold, on dollar yen, which is trending, and we'll keep the trade running in for this potential trend continuation. Yeah, so your dollar yen is moving in. I'm gonna hold it till the full TP. The one that is running, we need to hold it for bigger profit so that it gives the full potential. As dollar yen just has changed the trend, we may see that this market to potentially go back to the top, at the top to the daily resistance line. So we may see that dollar yen to completely bounce back here to the daily resistance line. We will keep that trade running. So gold is in a sideways, and until we see the market changes the trend completely, we will be looking at the chart. As tomorrow coming up, ADP non-farm employment change, we can see that here is we will be covering this live session. I hope that you guys want to trade that non-farm employment change in the live session. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so, and also press the notification bell so that when I'm coming on live or posting analysis, you can access all of that. So with that said, thank you for joining the live session. I'm going to end this session. We will be running this dollar yen trade. If there is any update, I will be sharing in the Telegram channel. I think gold may just keep moving in a sideways. Once we see a clear trend, we can look for entry again. So thank you, and I'll see you again trading very soon live together. Until that, stay